legends and hair industry professionals. Welcome to the hottest new podcast, hosted by myself, Prince the Fit Barber, my boy Tank D Choppin', and my man D Blends. Welcome to Clipped Podcast. Let's get this episode started today. We always start with Tank's Take. My boy Tank D Choppin', what you got for us today, man?
Yo, y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Tank B Choppin'. We back, Clip
go.
Podcast, episode 3, right? Last week we
Right,
had my man
right.
Marv on there. I want to give a quick shout out to my man, Prince the Fit Barber, D Blends, man. Hey, I really appreciate us coming together and doing this. I know this is a little off script, but I just wanted to put that out there because I'm really enjoying these podcasts with y'all, man. Like, it's all fun and love when we do this, right? But without further ado, man, let's jump into Tank's Take. So this week on Tank's Take, what I want to talk about is these barber shows and these expos. And what I mean by that is I've seen a lot of different barber expos and barber shows, and I'm wondering, and y'all can stop me if y'all think I'm wrong, but are these barber expos and barber shows more for the barbers competing or more for the person throwing it? And the reason why I say that is I've seen a lot of shows, man, and sometimes I feel that it's not really for the barber. Like, yeah, we got the barbers in there, they're doing the battle, but they really don't benefit from some of these shows. You know what I'm saying? And I know they have to pay to go up there and battle, right? You got all these sponsors paying, you got all these vendors paying, and some of these people who win, they really don't reap no benefits. Like, they're not getting nothing on social media. Sometimes they don't even get some of the prizes that they're supposed to be getting, right? So that's what I'm wondering. And I don't even have an opinion on this. My opinion is I'm just trying to see what y'all think on this because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've only been going to barber shows for about 2 to 3 years. So I just see it as an outsider looking in, and I don't go to these competitions to battle. I go to these competitions to spectate. I go to check out the vendors, you know. Yes, I watch the people battling, but I don't really be jumping in the battles myself. So I want to know what y'all think about that. Prince, what do you think about these battles, bro?
All right, so I've always had a low-key little opinion on it. A lot of people are paying to get on stage. A lot of people are paying their own flight, paying their hotel, paying all this stuff, paying their food while they're there, maybe even paying their model to come with them. Doing a lot of paying, you feel me? Paying for the clippers. Maybe they bought new clippers so they could shine and make their video. Maybe paid for a videographer to come with them. All that money, right? And then it's like, okay, you don't win, cool, it's a great experience, but we lean on that a lot, I noticed. Like, we're like, oh, don't worry, if you don't win, it's just for the experience. I'm like, nah, bro, that's an expensive experience. And in the bigger ones, you know what? I'm not even gonna make it sound like they don't, because in the bigger ones, they give swag. Like in CT, give swag. Jay's giving swag bags. He's like, if you paying for a VIP ticket, you're really getting your money's worth because he's giving you stuff on top of it. So when you're doing people like that, it's good money. You feel me? But a lot of times in the smaller ones, it feel like people, like if I was a barber and I was competing a lot and I wasn't winning, you know what I'm saying? How much experience do I need? I'll do 2, 3, but I'm not gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing this.
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to ask this question, man, is I've seen people complaining, and I'm gonna use the word complaining because I've seen people complain on social media saying that this show wasn't worth it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna put the shows out there, I'm not gonna be that person, but even the winners, bro, like when I'm talking about people competing, I'm not even talking about just the people who win and lost. I'm talking about some of the people who won, they didn't get everything that they were promised that they were supposed to get for winning, right? So that's why I wanted to bring this topic up, and I think people even in the comments could get active and talk to us about their personal experience. But how do you feel about that? Like, people who win don't even get what they're supposed to get.
So in my experience, like say 2 or 3 years ago when I first started going to barber expos, like Prince said, I was going because I was hearing that would be a great way to get exposure, network, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I think it's only so much you can get out of it. I personally, at this point, I don't see the benefit. I see the benefit for a new barber just coming in, or a barber who may be burned out or something like that, who may need, that type of motivation or that kick to see that there are other people and their peers in the same level as them or maybe further ahead than them, who could, benefit them as far as motivation goes. But I think most of the motivation does go to the one throwing it. I think there is a lot of benefit going to the barbers that are attending, but I think most of the benefit would go to the, the host.
Also, like as far as the experience, it is a great experience if you're because there's barbers that are doing a lot of things. There's barbers that don't even care about social media. You feel me? So there's barbers that are in a shop that just do want that experience. I want to go on a stage one time and show people what I got, and that's cool for him to go on there one time and have his experience and hopefully bring an award home. Don't he got a great experience, but he's not going to keep doing that. And I'm saying that was a great
Yeah.
experience. It's great for that. But as far as our industry, for it to keep succeeding and growing, we need barbers to keep coming back and keep on battling and keep on battling. We also need the same barbers so that there's familiar faces, so that he can develop a fan base, so that in your audience, people are here to see, like my boy Deanie Blends. Shout out Deanie Blends from Jersey. Boy's on like his 14th trophy. I usually don't even stand there and watch people compete. But when Deanie's up there, I go watch him because I'm like, let me see this boy bring home 15. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you need the same people to keep coming so we can build our industry like that. But the way it's set up, it's almost like it's just for the experience. Like you said, go one or two times and then, you know what I'm saying? If you don't nothing don't come out of it, just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I had the experience, it was great. It's not really beneficial to keep on trucking through it. You feel me? If you don't
Yeah.
get nothing 2-3 times of doing it. And that's not beneficial for long term in our industry.
You know, I do understand that we throw these shows. Well, I don't say we, but people want to throw these shows. Obviously, you want to throw these shows to make some kind of profit, right? You're not throwing it for free or to lose money.
Right.
I understand that, but I just really wanted to touch on the people who feel that they got cheated when they go to these shows, like because there's a lot of it, and it may just be the people being sore losers, right? Like, oh, I should have won or I should have got this instead of that or whatever. But that's why I wanted to bring it up. I know people have been talking about it. I've been seeing it on social media the past couple months, especially with it being show season. We've had a lot of shows come up in the past couple months. It is a business. It is something that they're trying to throw for profit, especially the people throwing it. They're trying to get profits. But I do appreciate the ones who say they throwing it for the barbers, and when they throw it for the barbers actually benefit from it. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all already know, man, we talking about going to these shows and all that, and who more of an expert at shows than someone that's at every single show. I ain't been to a show and not seen this man. He's outspoken, he's outlandish, he talks his mind, he's a businessman, he's very intelligent, he gets the job done. My boy, the industry's friend, a hustler, and in every event, heavy enhancement. My boy, what up, Bubby?
Yo, man, wow. Thank you for having me first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But
Thank you.
I'm listening backstage and I couldn't help but just want to chime in, Tank, because I think you bring that question can be viewed from so many different dimensions. Let's first talk about the benefits, right? The benefit for that barber is that he's cutting hair in front of all of his peers. Whether he wins a trophy or not, I think that barber, even the one that went dead last, goes back to work a little bit more confident cutting around the local community because he's not being under that same bright lights. That's why even the 8th seed makes the playoffs, and it's a different feel when you walk into that same gym because now it's even that much more magnified. And I think for the host, everybody looks at this as a big money grab. There's a show damn near every Sunday. I get inundated with invitations because everybody sees that. They see the result of the show. They don't see the work that went into the show or the networking that went into the show and how this influencer and that influencer and maybe this sponsorship package and this relationship with the brands that we, frequent, that creates the show visibility to grow. And then you get barbers that compete and the competition seats is the show. And that brings the support of the wives, the children, because at the end of the day, we want barbers to show up, but the real tickets to the support of the wives and the kids and the friends and the shop that's going to come support them. And so when that pumps the ticket, you as a vendor have to understand your audience. A lot of these little barber battles, 70% of the crowd is support based. The only barbers in the room are on stage.
On the ones battling,
Right. And then when you look at the bigger shows, you have a guy like Jay Majors who caters to just barbers, so everything there is for barbers. And then you can end up in Orlando Premiere where, if you look at the way the stylists move and they're charging $200-$300 a service for a style and a cut and a color, they don't got time to try to educate over loud music and this competition. They have to extract this information to a degree that impacts the ticket immediately the next day at work. And they paid an enormous amount of money. The average barber battle, I'm in there for maybe a couple $100. Go to Orlando Premiere and they're charging you $500 just for an outlet and $4,000 for the table. so they understand that the people who come for the stylist side of the show, there's no battle. It's all education.
It's different.
It's
it's
all
different.
education. We have created this hip hop cultural, because barbering has always been tied to the hip hop community. So we have this urge to compete, and the male bravado and you know, just that. I guarantee you, listen, as I talk to barbers that win, lose, or draw, they would all compete for free, just for the allure of being on that stage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and I go even a step further. You know, when you look at a guy like Jay Majors, his audience and his stage and his platform is so vast in this industry that a lot of times when he invites barbers to be guest judges and hosts and stuff like that, they do it, you know, off the strength, because this is an opportunity for the platform. And that's a different barber. That's a different breed. That's a different relationship. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with the common 9-to-5 barber that just wants to punch the clock. But for the ones that come out and want to get that education and that knowledge, you know, you guys are at the forefront of it, because you create this other angle of just understanding the temperature of the room. And you're right, there's a lot of failed shows. And for the barbers or the organizers that don't live up to the promises of the cash prizes or anything else that they promise, they're gonna fizzle themselves out. You know, the shit that's real will stay. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow. And so, you know, when I look at guys like you in this cast, I can already see that this is gonna be a show that continues to generate the type of conversations that want to be had. And I know I chimed in a little early, but I couldn't help myself, because yo, you raised an amazing point as I go from show to show. Not every show's a success, but we make it look like a success on social media.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you for that, Heavy. And the fact that you wanted to jump on earlier gives me joy in the fact of knowing that we had a topic that was worth you jumping in on. So thank you.
For everyone watching this, y'all put y'all's opinion down in the comments, man. Let's get active. Let's talk about it. We're interested to see on what y'all think about this topic.